Hello and good morning everybody, my name is David and this is the Travel Friends channel. A little bit about the channel I've not explained before. It's just actually originally came from when I first came to Thailand before I met Ta, and I called it Travel Friends because I was travelling all around and meeting friends. Pretty well thought out, don't you think? Anyway, did a few things in my earlier days. We're only talking about 6-7 years ago or so. Anyway guys, met Ta about 3 years ago and I've been coming up to her place and I'm going to show you around and we'll chat about it. But that's where it came from. When I first came and doing videos, the reason I did the videos on YouTube, I put them what they call on unlisted so that the public couldn't see them. It saved me downloading and taking hours and hours. When someone gave me a tip to put my videos for the family and friends onto YouTube, and you can send them a link and they could directly look at through YouTube, only the people that received the link. So that was great. But we've been travelling around with time. We've travelled all over Thailand really, and you know, we've been doing things together as you probably know if you've been following. And I decided that to put them public, and a couple of hundred subscribers. Hey guys, I'm happy with that and I'm grateful for people who subscribe. Not like the thousands and thousands of subscribers that other people are making a living off it. Don't get me wrong, if I was to be that popular, then I would embrace it with open arms. Of course I would. However guys, at the moment I'm quite happy with what I'm doing, and I'm nearly retirement. I'm quite settled financially, I'm okay. I'm quite secure. So guys, I'm not here for make cash. I'm here to enjoy my life, and as they say in Thailand, sabai sabai. So let's get the guy up. Welcome from Baan Po Tong here in the village. I've not done much videos here in the village, to be honest with you, till you see what's around where we are. It's quite a busy little corner this actually. Anyway, today Ta's taken her mother to the hospital. She took ill a few weeks ago, and I think they feared it might have been a little stroke, but thankfully it didn't come to anything. And the same happened a few years ago for her. I was a bit worrying for Ta, and of course we've got a flight booked back by the end of the month, so we might have to hang on a little bit longer just to see if her mother's strong enough to deal with things on her own. But she's got plenty of family around about her anyway that can come and help her out. And there's the good thing about these villages guys is that everybody mucks in, you know, everybody helps out, and there's plenty going on. There's plenty of neighbours and they're all very helpful to each other. As I say, I'm really an alien here, and yeah, there's so much going on. It's a busy little corner. I'll let you have a wee look around here. Guys, I'm sorry about the glare. I'm getting hit with sun and it is really bright right enough. So I'm sorry if the brightness goes up and down. It seems to be changing. Anyway guys, I know you can see me okay. So looking at where I'm sitting, as you can see, I'm just sitting in the corner. I'm not saying I sit there most days. I bought this little chair, something similar to what I've got back home, to be honest. And the whole, that's Ta's mother's house. This is where Ta stays. There's a school across the road. I'll let you have a look. I know guys back home things might look a bit grotty to you, but yeah, this is school. Primary school, I don't know, I think kids can be up to their early teens. But there's, you'll see the lady across the road with a wee one. There's a bus comes along from up the road and takes the kids to what I would consider maybe primary or nursery school. And they take them up there. They leave at 8. It's about 7:30 a.m. I was sick of the wee dog jumping through the railings, and I put that hosepipe along there this morning. So I hope when Ta comes back and her mother, they don't get onto me. But yeah, this is Ta's mother's place. This is where she lives. This is, well, Ta hangs her clothes out in the morning. This house here, this is all Ta's mother's. That's the bike we use. This little house at the back here is for Ta's niece, Pai. And she's the daughter of Ta's sister, who passed away a few years ago with cancer. Very sad situation. And of course, the other house here is for Toy, who is the nephew of Ta's sister. This is some seeds that we've just put in recently, and we're going to take them and transplant them up to the little garden that we've done. I'll need to show you that actually. So there's more going on than you think. There's some papaya there on the tray. Papaya. Tala loves her papaya salad. And these plants here are actually belong to Ta's mother. But there's a lot of things that are growing that, if you just see the tip of my finger, that's coriander. And spring onions to us, or chives if you want. Well, chives actually, it's not, it's spring onions. And the coriander in Thailand is called pak chi. And there's some coriander up at the back as well. Yeah. But it's easy to grow things like cucumber and stuff. That's the watering can. So there we have it. A little look around in the area. There's not so much garden as such. It's all been concreted off. Big gate comes along. Ta's tank to get in. Amazing how these, for such a big gate, it just slides and glides so easily along, you know. And it's aluminium, so it's dead light. Neighbour across the road opened a little shop last year. That was just their house. And hello, how are you? Are you good? Okay. I'm going to go across to the neighbour who's got a shop. You won't mind if I do a little bit chat on the video. But the garden is along in this area, just over the reservoir and on the left hand side. Hello. Alright, how are you doing? Do you want to say hello? Oh, good. Thank you. I just like to look around. This business started Nung Pi 1 year ago, and doing good. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it's doing okay. The kids from the school, because can't sell alcohol or can't have alcohol or cigarettes, because if you're in a radius, is it 1 kilometer?
1 kilometer.
Right, if you're 1 kilometer from the school or any school, you're not allowed to sell alcohol or any cigarettes, of course. But I mean, the prices in here are absolutely cheap as chips, you know. I was telling people earlier that you're getting a bottle of Coke like this back home, or a bottle of Pepsi. Look at the size of the Pepsi. This is 545. This is just an example. 545. Yeah. Now back home, £1.80 to £2. Here it's only 16 baht, 30 pence. You know. Garlic, cheapest chips. You know, you can buy that for about 10 pence. Chili. They make it themselves. They just grow the chilies and dry them out. Dad does it sometimes. Tins of tuna and fish. 22 baht. So it's about, well, I mean, it's 42 to 43 baht to the pound you're getting. So 22 is only about, yeah, it's about, yeah. But there's a lot of things that are really handy when you run out of, like, you know, ladies and gents toiletries and stuff like that. No, Listerine, cool mint.
Italy.
68 baht, but remember that will probably be imported. So that's the reason why it's maybe a bit more expensive, of course. But keep to the Thai stuff, you know. But hot kai, tao rai mai? Hot kai, tao hot kai.
ไข่5 บาทนี่
5 baht for one.
Thai
No,
one.
no, okay. 30 baht for 6 eggs. So you're talking. Wow.
เครื่องสำอางก็มี
Oh, there's all the, yeah, of course. There's all the little carry-on stuff. They're the stuff I like actually, just for travelling. Nivea men for cool. Again, I think, I don't know, nearly £2. Just under £2, £1.50 or something like that. But a lot of the stuff is a wee bit expensive if you have to. Any brand names that we know, guys, will be a wee bit more expensive, you know. Oil.
ไว้ทอด
Yeah.
มันพืช
Tot means fry.
ทอดเป็นไฟ
That's why when we say gai tot, we fry the chicken. This is the brand. This one here, I think, is it this one is the brand that's just across? This one? Yeah, right. Okay.
น้ำปลาร้าปลาปลายา
This local Callison. Or is this? Yeah, that's right. Because they have a factory just across the way. So, washing stuff. So, you know, little family grocer shop. And it's good. Handy for us because we're just across the road. There's Tad's little ranch in the corner. Now, personally speaking, Ta and myself were a wee bit tired being right on the road here because sometimes in some days it can get really dusty with the cars going back and forward because there's a lot of lorries delivering soil to gardens, and a lot of people buy soil, a truckload of soil incidentally. I'm talking about the little, you know, these little Tonka trucks that tend to go up and down the road. You might have seen them. They're only 300 baht for a truckload. You know, £6, £7 for a truckload of soil. And we've been getting some truckloads delivered as well. There's Mop, see it? And hopefully Mop can't get out now. You know, 30 minutes will go past when somebody's popping along selling stuff, you know. This is baskets for how they make sticky rice. One of these little baskets there in our local Thai supermarket in Edinburgh was about £15 for one of them, and you can buy one of them for about 20 baht. Yeah, I should maybe take a few hundred along back over to Edinburgh and make myself a fortune. Now, what does Thai have? Now, most houses in the village are not plumbed with gas. There is no gas whatsoever that comes from any authority. The gas that's supplied is always through bottles. So it's only about, you can see that bottle, it's Again, cheap. This is the gas bottle down here, and this is the stove we use, because there isn't any cooker. Now we're happy with that, and I'm happy with that. I like living like this. You know, the luxuries that we have back home, we take for granted. There's no doubt about that. But you know, there's a certain, and I'm only speaking personally, there's a certain type of luxury, roughing it, you know, and dealing with things. Yesterday I had to deal with a big long line of ants, but I had to deal with that, and they've all gone now. We get ant powder and stuff like that for them. But so the water, there's two sources of water. One underground. There is a bore, and the bore is run through an electric pump. So the bore underground, a pump goes down, reaches into the water, and this pump here, it's in the corner, will switch on when you turn on a tap, and there's a gecko just underneath the bucket, so he's not happy. You can't see it very well because it's right. So there's two systems. So when the pump runs, will get water. You can't drink it. I don't think it would do you any good because it's coming directly from underground, so you don't know about contamination. However, a lot of Thai people drink it. The other one, the source, is the one up here. I don't know if you can see it because of the shading. There's a big tank actually. You can maybe just see it through the trees there. This tank here is kind of like the village tank. And some days it can be a bit yellowish and smelly because it can be lying stagnant inside the tank. And if the electricity is cut off at any time, then they can use that water for basic other things like washing and things like that. So when the electricity gets cut, which is quite frequently recently, guys, because there's been a lot of work along the road there to the overhead pylons. Hang on a sec. So yeah, when there's a lot of work getting done, they cut the electricity, and it can be for a whole day, you know. So therefore, when you go to the toilet, for instance, and Taz had fitted what you would call a farang toilet. I'll explain farang to you in a minute for you guys that didn't understand it, but a normal toilet pan that we would know about, and they have a water gun, which I think is an absolute excellent addition to any toilet for washing after you've been to the toilet, and to rinse yourself all down. Weird but true, and very easy and quick once you get used to it. A very hygienic way of working there. However, that won't work if the electricity gets cut, so therefore they revert back to, of course, the standard type, which means when you go to the loo, yeah, on the normal standard Thai toilet, you don't sit down, you crouch down on a sort of pan thing. I wish I could show you one. And you just a foot at either side and go to the toilet, and when you're finished, there's a big bowl of water in a big jug, and you pour the water in to disperse the contents. I know it's a bit gross, guys, but this is the way it is. So you can always revert back to the standard style. Taz got a what we would class as a normal Western toilet, and so of course the cistern wouldn't fill up if the electricity is off because it wouldn't pump water in. So we can use the bowl and flush it by hand. Simple. It's not a problem, to be honest. The only issue I've been having around about deep in these villages, guys, is there is a lot of insects, and I've not seen any snakes or anything like that. A couple of dead ones on the road, yeah, but no, I've never been interfered. The wee geckos, they never bother you. Ants by the millions. Yeah. You've got to rinse out your kettle and pots every time before you cook because they go in there. So there you are, a little bit to the start of my day. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'll probably go along to the garden I'll take you guys along to the garden, let you have a look around and see what our plans are. This is me bored Taz away with the mother to the hospital, and that can take all day just to get a checkup. Anyway, not to worry. Let's see what we can do next. Oh, before I go, I mentioned that word farang, didn't I? A lot of people say falang, a lot of people say farang, and they'll say what's right and what's wrong. Tomato, tomato, it's basically exactly like that. Say it how you wish. But where does the name originate from? And it's not offensive in any shape or form. It's really, I'll tell you what, Australians are farangs, Scottish, English, Americans, but any one that's involved in Western society, with white skin in particular, is a farang. I think it stems back from years ago when Thailand was occupied. There was a portion, and not full occupation, guys, when Thailand was under a certain part of occupation from the French. And the French, when we say France, well, the Thais can't pronounce, just like we can't pronounce Thai words very well. The Thais try to pronounce it farang. They certainly can't say s very well, because if you were saying house, a Thai person would say how. So farang, and that's where it came from. It makes sense, and it's logic. Farang. So that's where it stemmed from, basically. And it's not offensive if you ever hear it. There's a farang, Some people are like, what? Who are you calling a farang? Kids will be going to school shortly. It'll be busy in a bit, and I'm not going to be videoing kids. Okay, guys, so we're just going to spend some time together chatting and see if we can just sort of give you a little bit feel of my living environment when I'm up here in Callison. This is Baan Po Tong. Baan Po is just a couple of 100 yards along the road, and in Thailand they have provinces. The whole province of Callison is massive, and it's probably like you would get Falkirk district, Lothian region. So Callison is a region, if you want to call it with that, like Udon Ratchathani when we went to Kemarat, said it first time. So then you've got the town of Callison itself, which is not that big, but it's big enough. And then it's about the size of Dunfermline, for instance. And then you would get little rural, little villages within that, and Baan Po Tong's one, and Baan Moong's another one, and Baan along the road, and Baan along the road. Baan means house, home, and we're about 7 kilometres from the Callison town. But don't get confused with Callison, because Callison's a region. Of course, every so often you'll get the neighbour coming along with his cattle, and yeah, that must be a different one, because there's 4 or 5 little cattle. No, it's the same ones. They went along the other side. What they do is they take their cattle, they're only next door, would you believe? Actually, only like 50 metres away. I apologise right now for the sun's really bright, guys, and I think it could be affecting the glare. I'm going to try and bring it down a wee bit, see if I can bring it down a bit. It might be a little bit better. It could be a wee bit better. But they're right down there, that's where the cattle, but the cattle graze over here in the children's school playground. We've got the football pitches there as well, so yeah. and we'll have a chat with him later maybe, and go down and see the cattle and stuff. There's lots going on here, and it really is a sabai place to be in the Thai rural villages. Sabai, this means relaxing and content, and you hear a lot of Thai people saying sabai di mai. Sabai di means content. Mai means it's a question to you. So when you hear mai at the end of a sentence, they're usually asking you the question. So take the word mai as being a question mark. Sabai di, mai. And then they will say, sabai di. So they will say, I am content. I love this little place, to be honest. When you really look at it, we'll have a wee look round we'll go for a wee walk maybe. At first I'm going to take you up to the garden and let you have a look at the garden. Right, okay. I think I've shut the door. So let's go get on the bike. It's in general compulsory to wear helmets, and all safety procedures are still apply in Thailand. However, as you can see, that people in the villages and in the rural areas, they don't really bother about wearing helmets. But if you're getting into tourist resorts and areas, the authorities are really worried about foreigners being injured, and they're scared that you can get a bad name that way. And yeah, there are a lot of checkpoints, and you would have to provide your license, and you could be fined if you're not wearing a helmet, guys. But I would always say to you, stay safe. Now this is a garden area. This lake here, absolutely beautiful. It's big, and it siphons off down into this area here when it gets too high. Comes over into the overflow here. There's a lot of buffalo along here. However, this is Taz Garden over here. I say Taz Garden, what I'm referring to is Taz family. And recently, you can see the gates sort of boarded up there. This is where the area we've been using. We've got the tools and that up at the back. But Taz, her mother, is wanting to segregate this area where our aunties and uncles used to stay. Now these houses still belong to them personally, however the land is family land. Nobody rules the land, but you can build a house on it. So this is the little area that we've been working on just over the last few days. Actually, when I come to think about it, the amount of work we've done over the last few days has been enormous, because when you get the help of trucks and tractors, it's amazing. So this is we're going to be building a new gate for this bit. We put soil up the back. Let me show you. Get rid of this first. What you've got to be careful of when you touch these things, these damn ants, see these ants? These ants there, they nip you. And there's thousands of them catch you. you'll be doing the Highland Fling. So this little area here is where Taz mother wants to segregate. There's a fence that's always been here. The soil you can see is pretty new because this water area went right up and there was only enough room for just a little path to walk along. But now we've had 2 or 3 truckloads of soil put down and there's an area you can drive the truck through there into this area. There's lots of fruit and vegetables. Not so much vegetables now, there's a lot of fruit growing. We've still got a lot of lime trees and everything going at the moment. There's some, of course this is mango. Mango are growing. Yeah, mango tree. This is quite a popular tree, this one, so they've kept it. Bananas are very small. Some bigger bananas there. And this is the soil we put down. So the water's looking rather muddy at the moment. A lot of iron in the soil, guys, so, and it's very tough to work with, really tough. Not like our soil. Isn't any bananas at the moment because they've all been taken off and eaten. So this area was a bit derelict up here as well. And we had some soil filled over here. Remember, it's only £6 a truck, and there's only about 10 trucks in all. And we've had a tractor to come in, and the guy only took about £6 or so to plough it for us. So it's been so it's this ready for all the little plants to go in, give us something to do. These big trees there. This is another fruit, and it's macam. We would comes in long pods, and if you've heard of tamarind, a lot of Indian cookery with tamarind. Lime trees, which I'm going to come down and water later because they've been neglected and they've not had any water at all. So it's a bit of a shame. I don't want them to die. This one looks a bit poorly actually. So I think people have just been coming in and taking the limes off the tree and cooking with them because it was wide open, this area. So it's now closed off. We're going to build a gate at the end. We're going to put some vegetables, some fruit in here. A little table up the back. I'm going to try and maybe build a little bamboo sala type thing to sit in. But it's nice and, when I say cool, it's warm, but there's a nice breeze here. And I think that because of the bit shading that we're getting with the trees there, can be an excellent area for growing vegetables. The area of course comes up here. We have our tools and everything in this sort of, call it what you like, this little house. But we're looking to segregate it off completely from this area. So I'm going to take away all the blue piping and stuff like that and get a pump fitted here. Everything's really cheap, guys. It's, you know, these plastic piping's pennies. So yeah, bamboo, look at the bamboo. I mean, that bamboo is absolutely massive. And you hear every now and again like clicking and banging, and it sounds like somebody hammering. It's actually the bamboo banging off each other. There is the amphibians and fish in the water. But we need to clear this out, or there's another one, more soil and just fill the lot, you know, more soil and fill the lot. Don't know what's the best thing to do. So I'm going to come along later, guys. This banana's been bent over with the soil. You know, I'm a bit of a Mr. Fix-It. That could be another word for OCD. I hate when things are just not quite right. So we're looking forward to this little bit. We're helping Taz's mother out, of course. And it gives us a little bit of pleasure also. And something for me to do when we're in the village, because it can be a bit boring. It's okay relaxing and finding peace of mind and tranquility. But after a couple of weeks, you're thinking, you know, you're getting itchy feet, you're wondering what am I going to do? There's a lime tree that just decided to say that's me finished. So I'm going to cut that out and put something in there later. There's a nice big lime. Look at that beautiful lime. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to eat that today. Yes. The fact that I'm getting big limes off of this tells you a story. I learnt with some of the people around here that saying if you're getting the big limes, keep the tree, you know. But at the moment I need to get some water down here quickly. So my aim today, I think, is going to be installing a wee, Taz's mother's got a pump already. We've got electricity in the house that's furthest away, and we've got a lead that can reach. We are going to, I'm going to probably today put that pump in the water and try and see if I can irrigate the place with a hose pipe. Look at the bamboos. Oh, look, there's my hand. Look at the bamboo. It's massive, eh? So that's, and long, look at how long it is. Great for building, people build houses with bamboo. It's so strong. And hollow, of course. Hollow. So it's my aim to try and irrigate and water this place. I don't want the lime trees to die. I forgot to mention this, well, I don't know if we would call them cucumbers or if they're just other forms, a form of that they're growing pretty well here actually. But it is Taz neighbours over there. They've got a pump. Boggy land there. And yeah, this is all from the, I would call it the cucumber family. There's one beginning to grow there, and it'll grow long. Okay everybody, I hope you don't mind today's video. It's maybe not your cup of tea, but just showing you around. Right, it seems to me that a video like this is taking too long. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to split it up into just 1, 2, 3, 4, or how many it takes. So I'll put a big 1 for this video. The next one I'll put a 2 and a 3, and then we'll just for the independent stuff that I'm doing here. So that'll be out with the travel videos that I'm going to be doing. But anything to do with the garden and stuff and the progress, if you're wanting to be interested in it, I'll just number them. So it makes it easier for you and me. So we'll see you in number 2 shortly.